This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I have a special guest joining me today. We've got Shari Courtney, and she is with Be the Bean. Shari, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Dory. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Of course. Well, I'm excited to dive in and learn all about you and Be the Bean. So let's start there. What is Be the Bean?
Oh, wow. Okay. So Be the Bean, what we've kind of we've added a tagline to it is where faith and business create community. And that's what we're really trying to do is bring the two of those things together where we can step into the business world, but we don't want to leave our faith at the door. We want to be able to come in and encourage and grow and just create a sense of belonging and just community.
I love that so much. So walk me through that. For someone who, is loves the concept and is kind of thinking, okay, Shari, but what does that look like? What would someone expect maybe coming into?
Yeah, that's a great question. Right. So what I wanted to create was something where everybody felt welcome. I wanted to create something where we came in, we made some introductions, you meet new people, maybe you greet old friends, that type of thing. We always want to deliver something that is something that would help somebody grow or kind of step into who they're called to be or what's happening in their business. So we'll have a time where we do some, I guess it's like a little mini message. It's encouraging, it's uplifting. It could have scripture in it. We really try to lean into our faith. But from there, we go in and we do some speed networking where we just keep the room moving. We want people to be engaging and moving and meeting new people. But also during that time, we're digging a little bit deeper. We don't want to stay topical. We want to get a little bit deeper in like what motivates you, what moves you, so that we create a deeper connection rather than just, hey, how are you? But a depth of how are you type of thing. So, and from there we go and we do a little bit of personal quiet work. And then we do some share outs, like what spoke to you today, like what resonated with you. And people love to share that type of thing. So, but now, Dory, what's happened is we've had so many people ask us about a second meeting because we've been meeting in the morning because it is Be the Bean, it's coffee, but not everybody can make a morning meeting. So we just started another afternoon meeting. It'll be a monthly meeting as well, but it's called the Second Cup. And in that meeting, we'll do similar, but also have a speaker. So we'll be bringing people in to speak. So we're growing.
I love it so much. I love the intentionality of it. And I love that you are going deeper than a typical networking meeting where, you're just kind of standing up, giving your elevator pitch, but you're really not like getting down to, the why of the business and really getting to know the business owner. So I really love this concept so much.
Thank you. Yeah. For me, I think that it came from a place of, I've been in the medical industry for the last 25 years, and I've been truly just growing teams, hiring the right people, pouring into them, helping them to step into, who they are, to their best selves. And so with that, I began to do a little bit of, just study for myself to learn how to help them to grow. And so I've done a lot of pouring into people, but networking events too. And to me, this kind of was, I came out of that world about, actually last summer, I stepped away from a corporate position. And that's kind of when these creative juices began to flow again. But it really does line up with what I did in my career and really kind of pulling the best out of people. But again, like you said, just going deeper, like what's the why? Why do you do what you do? And how do you sustain that? And how do you step into or rise up to what you're called to be?
I love that. And it sounds like your background has perfectly positioned you to be in leadership in this environment. I love it.
Yeah. But Dory, it wasn't always that way. There was a time where I was, a sales rep in the field. And I always say that I kind of got plucked out of obscurity where I was just doing my own thing and began to kind of move up into the organizations. But with that, again, I was just like, how can I be better and how can I help people be better? And so for me, this concept came from a book called John Gordon's book called The Coffee Bean. And I always had my teams read this book. That's where this whole concept came from, Be the Bean. So yeah, the coffee bean, the whole mindset behind it is if you put a carrot into boiling water, it gets soft. And if you put an egg into boiling water, it gets hard. But if you put a coffee bean into boiling water, it changes the environment around it. And so hence Be the Bean. And hence what I've always tried to kind of pour into people and help people to be who they were created to be, I guess, is what I always kind of come back to. Like, I think that we all have a higher calling, and we don't always surround ourselves with the people who help us step into that. But that's what that is really this opportunity to help, help us step into that, to what we've called to be.
I love it. I just love the branding and the meaning behind it, but it's fun too. I mean, I love Be the Bean and the story behind it and the logo and the coffee bean, like coffee in the morning. Like it's so clever. I love it so much.
I know it is too. It absolutely resonated with me, and it feels like it's really resonated with a lot of people as well. Just by the growth of it. We were recently offered a venue to hold our meetings in, which it was a gift. So we're going to start to meet at Rain, which is in downtown Fredericksburg. So Megan Stewart was super gracious to offer that to us. And so we're going to be meeting there monthly. And so that's one of our locations. The second one is going to be at Watercrest, which is a senior living facility. It's brand new. A couple of great locations, but an opportunity to just change our environment, our community, and lift it up to to grow and be everything that we were created to be.
I love it. So someone listening is thinking, is this right for me? Talk to me about who is Be the Bean for?
Yeah, that's such a good question. So Be the Bean is for everyone. I love just opening the doors to anyone. So you don't have to be any specific thing. You don't have to be a business person. You don't have to own a business. You could be, I have some pickleball friends that come, these are older women. They come and enjoy. So Be the Bean is for anyone. And it's also I've had people ask me, do I have to be grounded in my faith or in my church? Absolutely not. This is just an environment to come and connect and grow. And there's absolutely no pressure. It's just an opportunity to connect on a deeper level.
I really love that you just said that. I think that opens up the doors to probably so many more people who are listening thinking, oh, well, I have to be in this box or in that box. So I really love that you are open to everyone.
Absolutely open to everyone, right? I mean, gosh, that's what makes the world go around, is that there's so many people in this world and different backgrounds and just different things that are happening in their lives. And I want them all to come, because I think that's what creates just an amazing meeting. And that door is open wide.
I love that. And it's so much what we need right now is we need deep connections, and it doesn't have to all be business, because there's a lot of opportunities for business owners to get together and network and things like that. But just across the board with everyone, we all need each other, especially with craziness going on in the world. I just love that we have this wonderful community in Fredericksburg where everyone is so willing to help each other out. And I just am such a fan of what you're doing here in Fredericksburg. I really am.
Thank you. And I would echo that right back to you, Dory, because, what you're doing as well, it's similar in some ways, right? You're bringing the community together, and that's powerful. And I think that it's needed. And so I think I would, again, echo that back to you. It's pretty cool.
We're of like mind.
Yes, I would say so.
Mm-hmm. So, what is something that the Fredericksburg neighbors should know about Be the Bean that maybe they may not already know?
Boy. Well, I think that what they should know is that, it started with an idea, honestly, just an idea, just from a book, like I said, just a small inspiration that it's just grown. And I think that, again, the doors are open to anyone. We want everybody to be able to come. But I guess more than anything, it makes me think that you can do whatever you put your mind to, right? I mean, if you have just this God inspired idea or just this overwhelming idea, just go do it, go do it, because you just don't know who it's going to be for, how it's going to be impactful to people. And so I think that for me, that's probably the biggest thing is that, it doesn't have to be about Be the Bean, but if you could bring it back to Be the Bean and just the idea of like, nothing's off limits, right? I mean, we all have these ideas and motivations and just go do it because we're all uniquely called and created. And I want to see what you have. Like, I want to see, what's on your heart and what's your creation. So I don't know if that's really related to what we do at Be the Bean, but it is also sort of just the baseline of what I try to teach and help grow through Be the Bean.
Such a great message. Thank you for that.
Of course.
So if the listeners want to connect with you, if they want to learn more, where can they find you?
Yep. They can find us at bethebean.org, or they can find us at on any of the, YouTube. We have a YouTube, so Be the Bean YouTube. We are on Instagram, just all the regular platforms. They can also just connect with me. And we are always using every single platform out there to just get the word out and get the invitations out. So those would be the best things. But always bethebean.org, because that has every location. We do have other people who have started chapters, and that's an opportunity too, if people wanted to start a chapter. But yeah, so bethebean.org.
Amazing. Shari, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing Be the Bean with us.
Thank you for having me, Dory. It was truly a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.